wonderful world of visually speaking. This is an evolved presentation to help you enhance the content of your speech. As I entered into level 3 pathways, my journey up to my first pathways achievement, I was so excited when I saw a list of elective speeches. Finally, I get to choose what I talk about. And coincidentally, I saw the list and I saw the visually speaking. 1 hour later, I received a phone call from HR. Brenda, can you speak in 3 days at ASU to some students? Okay. And so I looked at the visually speaking training and got some creative and interesting ideas on how to connect with the 19 and 20-year-olds and how to prepare a more impactful and solid presentation. Humans are visual thinkers. And who is your typical audience? Could be a cat or a dog, but typically we are speaking to humans. And that is why visual aids are so impactful. Information that is delivered with a visual element is retained more and has more emotional appeal. And there you have it. Augmenting with images. Retention and emotion. According to the Toastmaster training, here are the primary 6 types of visual aids: flip charts, presentation software, which I'm going to focus on today. And in addition to PowerPoint, there's a presentation software called Prizio. Has anyone ever used it? Prizio? You might want to check it out. It's very interesting and dynamic. Video. Last week, Terrence did a wonderful job in using video. And you remember the emotions we felt with the iceberg and the couple? Video is very useful when you want to convey strong emotions. Props. That's a whole other speech I think I'm going to give on how to use props effectively. Posters. We've seen enough of them. Election posters, as well as handouts. Handouts are very good if you have a lot of technical information you want to leave behind for everyone to take and understand. And so let's talk about the case study and the example I want to share with you as to what happened on Monday the 29th. I was speaking at the Polytechnic School out east. The audience, sophomore and freshman. It's a career-oriented. There were 5 employers. I was representing Charles Schwab. USAA was there as well as a number of others. The topic, how to prepare for a technical career. I'm a senior manager in IT. 10-minute TED Tile stomp. 10-minute TED Tile. You try to say that. 10-minute TED style talk.
Can I bring you some crackers?
3 slides. I followed directions. None of the other presenters did. It showed. Many of the presenters had 15 to 20 slides, numerous bullets. I was told that mine was the most effective. So let me show you my 3 slides, shall we? Slide number 1. This is me in my journey from high school biology class through graduating college and being commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army to today where I'm a public speaker and a manager. I told a story for each of these photos to the students, and I keyed in on experimenting because a lot of them were college, engineering, and science majors. And I talked about the winding road and how you have to be open to change. And you never know, even though your major might be semiconductors, someday you might be a CEO or a salesperson. That was slide number 1. Slide number 2, what is my company looking for? And I kept it simple, and I said A, B, C. Agile, be open, and be a good communicator. And then I went back. I said, you see the red and the white team? What sport is that? Oh, that's rugby. What is that? That's a scrum team. What's agile? And I went into a bit of all of that because I was a scrum master. So that was impactful. They remembered that. They asked me about it. B, be open. I got into the yoga. Be open and flexible to change. I could see in the audience the girls that did do yoga were all nodding their head and they were smiling. And lastly, communication. I pounded that point a number of times with the students, that if you communicate above and beyond your peers, you will excel in your career. And my last slide, I went back to the experimenting and the science. What can you do to prepare? You can research, you can analyze. And the top one, connecting in real life as well as LinkedIn. These are the things they can do to prepare. So that was it. Those were my 3 slides. 10 minutes, everyone engaged. I received a lot of feedback. So how was it received? As I said, I could tell the students were engaged because many of them came up to me. I would say 5 people, faculty and students, remarked on the communication style and how it was so much more interesting than the others that had PowerPoints with tiny fonts and nothing but boring words. The pictures made a difference. It's memorable and relevant. I'm sure one of those pictures is going to stand out in the memory of someone. And I'll probably ask some of you in a day or next week if you remember any one of the pictures that I presented, and you probably will. It was relevant, there were analogies. And so, the exclamation point. Your visual aids should be supplemental and an exclamation point to your presentation and not take away from it. If you get anything out of this, remember that.